Game 1 of the NBL Finals is over and Melbourne United with the second half comeback to get the win. Melbourne United becoming the first team so far in this playoffs to actually get an away win. Getting the win like after the first half not looking the best, like the Hawks were in a 10 plus point lead at one stage, but battling back with that massive third quarter to get it back into the game, and then by the fourth quarter they were in front and then they just took control. The Hawks started off so strong. They had like a super flow, like what they love to do, just up and down the court, shooting threes, just doing everything that they want to do, and that really helped them get that 10-point lead. And that's even without Trey Kell and Tyler Harvey struggling. Like 7 from 21 combined from both of them. Together they scored 15 points, which is not what you want from your all NBL first team duo. We expected a bit more from them. Yes, they do have to go up against like the best defensive matchup in terms of like their guards of Melbourne in Matthew Dellavedova and Shea Ill. But they still had a lot of clean looks. There were a lot of times when they actually had the opportunity to make some shots and they just couldn't get it in the hoop. Sam Froling, Will Hickey, they were probably the like high spots, and Hung Jong Lee, who showed up to the game. They were probably the three best players for the Hawks. Even though Will Hickey at the end probably shouldn't have had the ball in his hand as much as he did, it seemed a bit weird. He's not the strongest three-point shooter. They were just letting him shoot it, and he wasn't going to hit it. But let's talk about the winners. Melbourne United, Marcus Lee, 14 points, 15 rebounds, probably his biggest game of his NBL career. Like, he came in and he did what he had to do. He helped contain Sam Froling as much as he could. And then when Sam Froling wasn't on the court, he did his thing. At least one of Melbourne's centers did what they had to do. Rob Lowe was trying to fight Lachlan Olbrich all night for some reason. Like, why are you trying to push and shove when you don't have the ball? It made no sense. The other big thing for Melbourne is they didn't have to rely on Chris Goulding scoring 40 plus points or having like an absolutely massive game to get the win. Like, that was more of a team effort. Daly actually got in the offense. He was making some big time threes. Goulding did make a couple big threes in the second half, but it was more of like an all-rounder team actually doing the things that they needed to do. And they've also shortened their rotation, which I think helps get their more experienced guys to stay on the court, because they don't really need to have all of Flynn, Cameron, Kai Bolton. Like, they don't need to have too many minutes in these like finals. Hopefully they've probably picked it up from last year and like what they need to do and how to actually get it done. But the game was close, it was competitive. It's what you want in an NBL finals. Like, it's back and forth. That's the main thing. It's not a blowout. Like, please just don't let there be blowouts in these series. And next game is on Wednesday in Melbourne, so let's see if the Hawks will bounce back or if Melbourne will continue with the rain. Let me know who's going to win game 2.